They're all funny. They're all great. You love them. But the one person who just cracked you up.
Sasso.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Will?
always Will. And Will also, like Sasso and Mo Collins, they're all great, but Sasso and Mo, and then Sasso specifically just because like there was the least amount of age gap between me and him and every other cast member. And it was the year that Tenacious D's album had come out. Like I'm just a ball of nerves and like feeling undeserving, unworthy. Like, what am I doing here? I'm a fraud. And we'd hang out in his dressing room and he'd play the songs on guitar and we'd sing.
Jack
Tenacious
Black
D
would play the songs.
Yeah, Jack Black did come.
Did he?
He performed. They performed. Tenacious D performed that year, and it's maybe the most embarrassed I've ever felt.
Why?
I was 19, so excited. That album was everything. They had a little stage for the music guests, and they had to put like temporary chairs. I asked the producers, "Can I sit in those chairs?" And they're like, "Taran, you're on the show. You don't." And I was like, "I want to sit front row." And they're like, "Sure." I did, like, this is embarrassing, and I haven't really ever admitted this in public before, I don't think, but they played Rock Your Socks Off.
Yeah.
And I thought I was being so clever and funny that during the performance, I slipped my shoes off and took off my socks so that when the song ended, I threw my socks on stage. Like they'd rocked my socks off.
I think that's funny.
It was okay. And Jack, of course, because he's a genius, was like, "It worked." But
that's a good impression.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, Galileo. And so then Mike Hitchcock, who was writing on the show at the time and was also very kind to me, I was like, "I love it." He's like, "Well, come meet them. They're great. They're nice." And I go in. Jack's sitting on the floor, like cross-legged, like signing vinyls. And then Kyle Gass is there sitting on the couch talking to some friends. Their managers in there. And Mike comes in and goes, "Hey, Jack, how are you?" And they know each other a little bit. And Jack's like, "Good to see you, buddy. How you doing?" And like, this is Taran. He's so excited to meet you. He's a huge fan. He's our newest cast member. He's only 19. Jack's like, 19 when I was your age, you know, and we're like, yeah, wow. And they get to talking about things that, you know, the mutual acquaintances. And I kind of sit down on this little couch and Mike and here talking. And then Dave Grohl walks in.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, shh. And Dave had played drums on their album. So he was playing drums for them at the show. And I'm sitting on the couch and I'm just like, this is the drummer for Nirvana. I'm looking at the drummer for Nirvana. This is Foo Fighters, but this is the drummer of Nirvana. And they're talking, everybody says hi. And I'm just like so starstruck. And in that time, I think Hitchcock had said goodbye and left the room. And so I'm still there without kind of my host guardian. But I just want to watch all of it because I am kind of a fly on the wall. And Grohl sits next to me on this couch and he's catching up with their manager and their other friends and Kyle and I'm just sitting there and Dave Grohl goes, yeah, we're out at my place in Virginia. You know, it's great. You just got a lot of space and we do these barbecues and like the beef is so good there. We get these huge steaks and he can kind of tell that I'm like eavesdropping. So he looks over and like very kindly includes me and he's like, you know, like huge steaks. And I was like, wouldn't know, wasn't invited. Already hating myself. And he's like, oh man, well maybe next time.
You said that?
I said, I promise you, I am not exaggerating any of this.
He's trying to fit in.
We
do that.
Desperate
You're human.
to be approved
of course.
and acknowledged. And he already did too. And I just was not cool enough to be like, oh, that's nice of you, man. You know, I'm like, he goes, oh, well, maybe next time. I go, oh, thanks, but not allowed in the state of Virginia. And he goes, really? Why is that? And I said, oh, well, I'm not legally allowed to say, let's just say it has something to do with sodomy and cows. Like just the most base, dumb, moronic, trying to be funny, grotesque, like 19-year-old bro, dumb.
Thinking they're going to love you after this.
No, no. I'm in the moment. I'm going like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, stop, shut up. And at that horrible, whatever lame thing, he's like, all right, man. And his body kind of shifts, you know, and like